Hello everyone, this is Adam here. What's the name of this tent? I don't even know the name of this tent. Mountain Hardwear tent, the ACI 3P. Yeah, 45.8 square feet of height. It's pretty impressive. Um, and obviously matches the new bike, kind of, with the red there. So, I'm gonna sleep in this tonight, but once I get in there, I'll give you guys a tour of the inside of it. But this is a four-season mountaineering tent. My other tent is a Big Agnes Battle Mountain 2, two-person obviously, and that's the tent that was designed for the the base camp of Mount Everest. And if you watch any movies about Everest or documentaries, you'll see my tent featured in the snow there. Used that for 5 years, love it. But for this upcoming trip, I'll be spending some nights in my tent, like multiple nights, like 5 weeks, but also some nights, 2 nights in a row, just in there with getting rained on. So some non-travel days. And so I want something with more space. So I got upgraded to a three-person. This, plus my sleeping bag, plus my cot, takes up that entire 41-liter pannier. So, we're talking about, really giving up some space, giving up about 5 to 8 liters of space in order to make this work from my two-person tent. So, I'm going to sleep in tonight, but once I get my stuff unpacked, I'll get in there with you guys and show you my bed. Well, we're inside of it now. So you have a pocket here and a pocket there. And then you have some lower pockets that are larger here. You have a spot there to mount a light and another spot there to mount another light and one back there. So you get 3 light mounting spots, but there's no like daisy chain of lights. There's a warning that says maintain ventilation at all times to avoid suffocation danger. It's very well insulated. There's no rain fly on this tent. It is one piece. It's a one-piece tent. So, yeah, you have to keep the ventilation open because there's just no other ventilation. You were in a plastic bag or a latex bag or whatever. So you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 openings, and then you have this 5th one here. There's no other screen. There's no back door. It's only a single entry vestibule, and this one does open, so you have 2 doors. The middle one does not, but the second door does not have a screen on it, which is really unfortunate. I would like to have a screen on both sides. So you really don't have much cross wind at all. This is not a summer tent. This is a 4-season tent for extreme conditions. So just keep that in mind. If you're buying this for like a weekend in Florida, it's not going to work. You're going to be miserable in here. My setup, so this is 3-person, so you've got plenty of square footage here in the entrance. There's also a little bit of like a doormat out there that you can kind of clean your feet off with. There is no, because there's no rain fly, you don't have any vestibules off to the side to like store your boots in or your jacket in, so that way they stay out of the rain, but they're not bringing mud into the tent. You don't have that here. It's long, so you have lots of square footage, but you don't have any external storage like you would on some tents that are 2-piece. It's okay. It's fine. Just something to keep in mind. So, but if you're in very harsh conditions, this is great for that. And I'll give you a tour tomorrow morning of kind of how the guide liner system works. So up front, I have my boots, my pants, helmet, everything is charging over here. This is my Big Agnes Goose Nest. It's an inflatable cot. It has these things that basically latch onto the insulated Q-Core Deluxe Big Agnes, and then I have my Big Agnes sleep system. This is the Lost Ranger kit. You have the 50-degree bag on the outside, and if it gets below 50 degrees, it's 50 degrees comfort. If it goes below 50 degrees, then you have this liner, which takes you down to 15 degrees. And then I have this, who makes this? I don't know who makes this thing, but anyway, I have this nice, comfy deluxe pillow. So that's nice and soft and felt. And then back here, plenty of room for a chair. So I have a Big Agnes, it's actually a Big Agnes Burden chair with a couple of DAC pole legs that I can sit back there. And so I can sit in this tent. It's tall enough to sit in. I'm not going to record myself because I'm shirtless right now, but yeah, I think it's okay. The other thing people complained about was that because the tent is red, it makes everything inside the tent red. And so you have a red glow always around you. And some people were like, it's kind of just not very satisfying sitting in there. Like you're in a photography dark room. People that are older than the age of 40, you're kind of in a dark room for negative development. So, you know, if you're into dark rooms like I am, it's great. But that's something to keep in mind as well. I don't think this tent's for everyone, actually. I can see why it has been discontinued. So I can't record myself, but I'll cover all this stuff tomorrow. But I'm going to get a night's sleep in here. I'm going to get an idea of how much wind I can get moving through here at night. And yeah, Princess and the Pea for sure. I got the goose nest, this, and then this. And that's just how I sleep. Why? So some people have asked me actually in previous videos, why not just use the goose nest or this? Well, the cot takes you off the ground higher. And so then you have, and it's very well built underneath. So as opposed to tearing my sleeping pad, which is very expensive, I have an extra layer. It's also more comfortable. I'm a big, heavy guy. Last thing is, this isn't insulated. This is. And so if you just sleep on the goose nest by itself, you're going to be pretty cold unless it's like above 75 outside. And so the goose nest is non-insulated, where this will reflect your heat back on you. So I use the twofer there. For my long trip, I may leave the goose nest home. We're going to see how the packing situation works. But I'll climb out of the tent. I'll show you guys how it looks from the outside in. So stepping inside, here's the outside looking in. Pretty spacious in there. It's pretty spacious. Not a lot of storage space, not a lot of space to hang lights. I'd love an upper net for things, but you can always fashion one if I guess yourself. But it's good, but it's basic for the price, for sure. Well, fatal flaw of the single wall tent. My entire tent is full of water. So that's cool. Love that.